Going to see how we frame next to each other.
Oh, don't worry, you'll definitely sell it. I am back! Didn't mean to do that, but we're doing that apparently. Hello, this is a non-budget bike build budgetly episode to be named. Because, yeah, why not?
To be named. The air of professionality. Well, I've got a tripod, that's about as fucking professional as it gets.
Especially here.
Today we're talking still budget, but different. So it's not budget rebuild, it's budget bikes. So obviously everyone's broke at the moment. Either you have no job, or your job is safe whilst you're sat at home doing nothing, getting paid 20% less than you used to. Yeah. But of course everyone advertises that PCP's the way to go. It's not.
It's really not.
No. And I'll have to explain why. Excuse me.
When it's more expensive.
Yeah, well, it's more expensive in the long run because you're basically, if you can't afford to buy the bike, you can't afford the balloon payment at the end, or you're going to be financing that, and you're going to end up financing that bike for like 8 years, which is a long time. And by the end of that, you'll probably be bored of it and you'll want something else. And if you can't afford to buy it at the end, it's like, oh, you can hand it back. Well, in which case, you've rented a bike. It's not yours. You have to keep it nice and clean and shiny and not put too many miles on it for someone else, which is like having a sexy girlfriend and not having sex with her, so the next guy can have sex with her.
That's not the first time I've heard that in the last few days, actually. Which is oddly disturbing.
Very disturbing. But, like, and also what gets you is, you can go, well, I've got this money, which makes the payment smaller. But you need a lot of money to make the payment smaller, and it's amazing what you can get for that payment. Like, I think one of the adverts at the moment is you can get the ZH2 for something like £198 a month with a £2,000 deposit.
I'm
Now,
sorry, who
you
now?
might go, well, £2,000 small in comparison to all these big bikes. £2,000 a lot of money, and there's a lot for sale for £2,000.
For example,
These two, one of which was slightly above £2,000, one of which was slightly below £2,000. We're looking at what? I think we bought, that was 2.2, and that
Yes.
was 1.7, which averaged out about what 1,950, or
Yeah,
about
ish.
£2,000. So yeah, but obviously one's better for £2,000 because it's big and fast, and there's no electronics to go bad on it except the lights and the starter motor, and that's it.
however, when you're cruising about town, that thing's no use. You want to be able to corner. You want to be able to go fast, but still have fun whilst you're going slow. Perfect.
I think we're going to have an argument here, so
We're siblings, that's what we do.
let's see who's got the better points.
Okay, reason number one. It's nifty, and it's small. If you're short like me, I'm only 5'5". You could be 5'2" and still fit on this thing. It's brilliant. It's nice and low, so you can got lots of space. That, yeah. There you go. Okay, so
But what if you're taller than you? Say 6'1".
what do you mean, like you are? Yeah, I mean it's still comfortable.
Yeah. Not quite short enough for you to just walk onto it.
That's not too
Well,
bad.
Still.
But you're still perfectly fine.
Yeah, what's funny is I've got more legroom on this than there are on some bikes that are bigger. Like,
Legroom.
I've had bikes that are like this, and this is a smaller bike, and it's still corners.
Oh yes.
So,
Ooh, hello. Reason number 3.
she'd go into uni, and she thinks that numbers go 1, 3, not 1, 2, 3. I'll let her carry on.
The tyres. Yes, okay, they are very, very small. I think they're only 12 or 13
12
inches? 12 inches?
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got 12-inch tyres, which you may say, oh no, they're a bit too small, you can't go very fast. Okay, speed isn't exactly the issue here, considering where we live. That's not too much of an issue. What I'm saying is, these tyres are hilarious to corner on. Honestly, I am saying you can go 40 mile an hour down a tight bend and it will be perfectly stable, especially in the weather that we've been having recently. I mean, we've caught the one good day, but if it's been raining and really bad and you want to just go out for a ride and then you're going down a back road, it'll be perfectly stable. It's very difficult to try and slide these tyres. I mean, we have done it once, but we didn't crash. It's fine. Well, rather, you didn't crash.
I didn't crash.
No, you were perfectly fine. It was fine. Okay, so we've gone for that. Let's go for sex appeal next, because that's the first thing that came into my head. Honestly, I'm saying every time I took this bike out before I left for uni, before we started this channel even, I was getting people coming up to me and saying, hey, look at this bike. Hey, I even had one person come up and ask for my number. I'm sorry, that's not happening, but glad you appreciate my style. Okay, next reason. Okay, fuel tank. It's a small fuel tank, but because it's quite small and quite compacted, and it's only 125, you can get roughly, on a good day, 100 to 120 miles out of one tank, and it'll cost you less than a fiver most of the time.
And that's just before you hit empty anyway.
Yeah,
Which still gives you another gallon.
Exactly.
No, not a gallon, because it's a gallon tank. Another litre, sorry.
You get at least one more litre, which is enough to probably get you to a petrol station. Okay. The headlight. It's an LED headlight, so it's really bright, even when you have it on dipped. When it's dark, I'll take pictures of that to show you the difference. And we've got the indicators. The indicators are really quite bright, so you can see them from quite far away. What else am I thinking about? We've done fun. We've done
Price. Well, price. This is the whole thing is price. Running costs.
Running costs is really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get spares for it, okay. I mean, they might be ever so slightly more expensive. You're gonna get good ones. It doesn't really matter.
Look how easy it is to access. To service it yourself.
Exactly.
It's
Everything's
just,
there. It's there.
I have a wider arm spread than this bike is length.
Oh, jeez.
So, like,
Micro size.
she managed to put this on. That's how easy it is to work on that.
Oh, talking of working on it, the mod possibilities for this are endless. I mean, I haven't modded mine out purely because of the fact this is my baby, this is my first proper bike, so I'm keeping it pristine just because I can. But you can put mod tyres on it, you can put different exhausts on it, you can put different headlights on it. Oh, talking of headlights and dashboardy things, right, dashboard. I'll do like...
Shall I move the camera over there?
No,
and
it's
then...
fine. I'll There's a light quite Yes, talking of the dashboard and lights and things, let me show you this. Okay, so stick the key in. Really quite bright. See, so you get the mileage, you get your fuel gauge, you get revometer, goes up to 10,000 revs, get mileage, get time. I mean, the time's not correct for the time we're filming this, but because I can't bother to change it. You get the ABS, which is a thing that you don't get on that one. And get neutral. So get a light just there somewhere as well. I mean, it's not turned on, but it won't, because it won't work. But there you go. Sex appeal. There you go. So you get a light there for the neutral sign. Also get indicator lights as well. Horn's loud.
Unlike the rest of the bike. Okay, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly quiet, but it's not exactly the loudest thing in the store. That may be for you, that might not be. Just depends. Okay, so here is the light on dipped, just to show you. I mean, this is slightly added because I hadn't realised how bright the light actually was. Now, see, this is on dipped, and you can see it on the side wall. I mean, you can't see it very well because I've not got the flash on, but you can see it on the opposite wall, on the opposite house. And then if you put it onto full beam as soon as I can actually find it. Yeah, you see it's a lot brighter and it's a lot wider, which means you can see a lot further, and the house has got a bit more light on it just over there as well. Yes, so back to the video.
But why would you want that when you can have this? World's fastest bike, 1997 to 1998, before it was beaten the Hayabusa, top speed of 172 miles an hour, comfy for days, continental cross tourer bike for less than £2 grand. And the only electronic difference is that's got ABS and LED lights. I've put LED lights on this, not the front yet, because a lot of them aren't regulation for this country, and I'd quite like to pass an MOT. But I've got LED indicators front and rear, LED rear light, because they're not so fussed about those. So why wouldn't you pick this over the MSX? It's big, it's black, it's fast, okay, it weighs 1/4 ton, and they're getting on in years, and should you have a problem, try finding parts. You can get some universal parts, you can upgrade bits, people put a full USD fork on the front. Even the MSX has USD forks. I've just clicked that.
It does.
So for slightly more money, you can have a lot slower bike that weighs a lot less, but have USD forks as well.
However,
this is just, the forks are so, like the suspension is so much better because of the weight. It's done for the weight and for stability at speed. I have clocked fast enough on it. Did we work out if this was like legally standing? Ah, no, there's no evidence. It's just bar talk, isn't it? You could say anything. Bar talk. I've done 155 on this, and it was stable as hell. Like, it just goes. It doesn't care. It's a fantastic machine. I would start it, but like I've said, I've left the keys indoors because I'm an idiot. We went back indoors, and I still left the keys indoors.
should remind you.
That's why we're now recording in here. I've put stubby levers on it, just to give it extra. It's hydraulically. It's a hydraulic clutch. It's, you know, light as anything though. It's beautiful. Well, like anything of the era. You've got plenty of comfort. You stick a person on this.
Oh, it's very nice to sit on as well. I will agree with that. It's very nice to sit on.
Exactly. See, even she agrees. Okay, if you're going to spend a lot of time going through cities and around town, not really the best. I mean, it will do it, but it'd rather not do it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Should you be doing a lot of back row stuff? Okay, maybe not. But occasionally, you want that long day out. You go for this. You want that fast day out. You go for this. Track day. Holiday. Need I say more? So next time, before you think of putting a deposit down on something to PCP it or to finance it, unless you're just financing, you know, short term, in which case, build up a credit score, why not? Look at what you can get for £2 grand. Think, if you can get this for £2 grand, and you can get that for £2 grand, think what sits in the middle. Between 1100cc ex-world's fastest bike, and probably the most fun you can have on two wheels. But won't do over 55 half the time. Mainly because I got fat over lockdown. And I'm not aerodynamic, really, at 6'1".
I'm not really aerodynamic and I'm 5'5".
True. Either way, so here's an idea for you. Just set your budget. Even if you're not there now, every payment you would make, put to one side. And you'll get to a point where you've got more money than you thought you'd have had, and you've not just thrown it away on basically paying off inflation. Or, not inflation. The other one was like devaluation.
There we go.
Go on a buy site, find that in that amount of money. Or I'd find something that's in that kind of
range,
money.
yeah.
Yeah, at the moment, dealers want to sell stuff. So
sure, if you ask them nicely and you're good friends with them, they might knock
exactly.
a little bit off.
Depending on where people are, they'll do £100 delivery to you at the moment. If you can get that £100 knocked off, you don't have to eat into your budget to get that bike delivered. And the only thing you have to do is pay for the insurance and road tax.
Sorted.
Sorted. So, I hope this has been good buying advice for you all. Because it's saved me a lot in the years, because I was paying £160 something on the Street Triple R I had before this. Arguably, a lot more fun bike day to day. But I'm a lot happier overall knowing that I don't have to use this and it's not costing me money. Whereas the Street Triple, through winter, I didn't use it for a month. it cost me £164 to not use it. And I'm a lot happier having not spent them, like not spending them, money from them. This, like, I've had this for
just over a year.
15 months.
15 months, yeah.
That's 15 payments of something. Think how much that adds up.
Exactly.
If you're paying £100 a month, that's £1,500. I've saved by having a bike that's paid off. The E saved by having a bike that's paid off. I lost my train of thought.
Which I didn't have to pay for.
And now, because you own it, should you go, that's not for me, you sell it with no worry about having to pay it off, or any fucking payment that you need to carry on with. And it's yours, so you can sell it privately and not worry. Or if you go, I'll just trade it in for something else, you go trade it in at a shop somewhere for something that's probably about the same value. You know, have a bit of a barter. Because people like to barter these days because they want to get sales done. They want to clear a bloody forecourt and showroom. So, now is the time to think smart with your money. And work on that budget, because trust me, it can go a long way.
Thank you for watching this video. Click like and subscribe if you want to see more content. I mean, I might do something slightly different just on the side. So you might want to watch out for that. I mean, it might be interesting, or if you know somebody that's in the same situation, go look at that. Thank you.
Right. And Happy New Year to you. That's cold. Put it at the end as a blooper. I need to kick the fucking tripod. Right, so hold on. What the fuck?
There you go.
Right. What were you doing? Were we both doing the same? Alright, Anne. 3, 2, 1. You didn't even reach me. I suppose my arm's longer. Right, try again.
Wait, hold on, let me go first.
Go.
Definitely food for footage.
This is so shit. Oh my god.